Hello, Hayley here. I'm at the moment reading a book called Untamed, Stop Pleasing, Start Living by Glennon Doyle. So I really wanted to very quickly pop on and share a couple of insights from this book. We are designed to feel everything, and it can be really tempting that when we feel very uncomfortable, hard emotions, we try to push these away and stick our head in the sand, avoid them. This might include avoiding conflict. And the truth is that those feelings are part of the human experience. All feelings, anger, upset, anxiety, fear, even depression, is just part of the human experience, and feelings come and they go, and they're not really who we are. Yet there's this temptation to identify ourselves via these labels. I am anxious, I am depressed, I am scared. But what if we change that to I'm feeling anxious right now? What difference does that make to you? So Glennon shares that we are designed to feel everything, and feeling everything is okay. Feeling everything means you're doing it right. The most important thing is realizing that those feelings that we feel, they drive change. They're there to guide us in one direction or another, to move us towards and away from things that are more who we are. Glennon says, I can feel everything and survive, and I can use pain to become. Glennon describes us as being here to become truer, more beautiful versions of ourselves again and again, to keep transforming like a butterfly. Emotions are the fire that turn us to gold, but when we try to avoid discomfort, when we try to avoid pain and the more challenging emotions of the human experience, and when we try to avoid humanity in that way, then we're turning to numbing, and it keeps us from becoming who we really want to be, who we really could be. In this book, Glennon talks about how we are given a cage when we're really young. We're told to look a certain way, to be a certain way, to behave a certain way, to do certain things, and aspire to this sense of ideal, perfect human being that we apparently should be. And so we step dutifully into our cages, and there we stay for much of our lives until we have this realization that we can actually step outside of the cage. And a lot of us in our quiet community keep ourselves really small and hidden. If we feel like we can't conform to this sense of ideal, perfect human being that we are told we should be, then we prefer to hide ourselves away and stay small, and we become very afraid of being seen and being heard. So the problem is, while we are in these cages, there's also a sense within ourselves that we're not being true to ourselves, that we maybe can do more. Maybe there's a sense that, as Glennon puts it, there's a more beautiful, truer life out there for us, and a sense of doing something that is more aligned with who we are. And this creates quite a lot of conflict within us, which you might recognise within yourself. There is a desire to break free of this cage that society gives us. And why does society give us a cage anyway? Who is that cage serving? Is it you? Glennon talks about how we are chasing ghost, chasing this sense of perfect, ideal human being that we think we should be, and in reality this person doesn't exist. We're given an unachievable goal. We're striving for something that doesn't exist. So what would happen if you allowed yourself to just be, to drop down into your body and feel who you really truly are, and allowed that to shine through?